If you have a passion for cultivating flowers and are looking for a way to turn your hobby into a profitable business, then this video is perfect for you. This is the first in a series that is going to take an in-depth look at the business of flower farming and how you can make a profit out of it. Each video is going to focus on a different class of flower farming, including cut flowers, foliage, bulbs and pot plants. We are going to get started with the ins and outs of making a profit out of cut flowers. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video so you can download your own ebook packed full of this information. Let's get started by diving into a bit of background. Cut flowers are one of the most valuable crops, and harvests can fetch in excess of $25,000 per acre, depending on the flowers that are grown. These cash crops are grown for the purpose of harvesting flower stems and selling for decorative use. Cut flowers can be either perennials or annuals. Perennials include cut flowers such as roses, chrysanthemums and dahlias. These flowers will only need to be planted once and will continue to flower year after year with proper care. They are typically grown from grafted or tissue-cultured plants sourced from reputable suppliers. Annual cut flowers, on the other hand, are grown from seed sown fresh every growing season. Many seasoned flower farmers agree that even small-scale operations can be profitable for growers. The most important thing you need to consider before you start is what type of flower, and variety thereof, are you going to produce. As you have the goal of making a profit from your flowers, it will not be ideal to just grow your personal favorites. Instead, do some market research. Ask local florists what the most popular flowers are. Do they know of any new varieties that they think will become popular? Social media can also be a great indication of what the current trends are. You are also going to need to tailor this information to your target market. Grocery stores will often require different varieties compared to florists and event organizers. At the end of the day, the flowers you choose to grow are going to need to be suited to your specific conditions, like the amount of space you have available and the local climate. If you're still unsure about what you should grow, then look for flowers that have a minimum vase life of 5 to 6 days. The most ideal varieties also produce many stems that will increase your yield and provide you with a lengthened blooming period. First of all, you are going to need a piece of land to grow your flowers. Even if you only have a small garden, dedicating a mere 10 square meters can provide you with a decent first harvest. Be sure to research the specific needs of your chosen flowers and amend the soil accordingly. It is ideal to apply a starter fertilizer when you plant, and supplement this with a fertilizer higher in potassium just before flowering begins. You also need to plant or sow at the correct time of year, which will vary from plant to plant. Unless you have the time on your hands to manually irrigate every day, consider investing in a simple automatic system that you can fine-tune according to the needs of your flowers. If you're growing very tall flowers, it may help to erect support structures to protect your flowers from strong winds. Other recommended implements include shears, rakes and pesticides, the latter of which will depend on your individual situation. You can see we didn't mention the need for a greenhouse previously. This is because most novice growers will not have the capital available to invest in such a structure. To get around this, you can do the following. 1. Start your seed indoors in germination flats and transplant them into the soil after they have grown at least 2 true leaves. 2. Choose a sheltered part of your garden or land to protect your plants from strong winds, waterlogging and harsh full-day sun. And 3. If possible, choose hardier varieties that can withstand harsher environments. Another tip is to use overhead irrigation for the first few weeks. Then switch to surface or drip irrigation, especially before flower buds start to grow. Continued overhead irrigation may increase disease incidence, reducing the quantity and quality of flowers grown. If you're interested in growing perennials, then consider growing different varieties of roses, chrysanthemums and dahlias. However, the market for these flowers is quite competitive, so try to find a niche by growing unique cultivars. If you're instead wanting to grow annuals, then you could look at growing sunflowers, snapdragons, zinnias, asters and marigolds, all of which are easy enough to grow for even the most novice farmer. It is also recommended that you grow a variety of flowers in the beginning. By doing so you will gain experience faster and limit the losses if a particular flower doesn't grow or sell well. One of the biggest benefits that comes with growing your own cut flowers is that you get to be your own boss. That means you create your own work hours and schedule. This doesn't mean you should expect an easy ride though. Any entrepreneur will know that owning your own business also demands a great deal of effort, dedication and sacrifice. Arguably, one of the most attractive aspects of running a farm is that you are not bound to a desk all day. While it can be strenuous activity to ensure the smooth running of any outdoor venture, being surrounded by nature is extremely satisfying. Some of the pros of growing perennials specifically is the limited amount of field prep and planting required every year, unless you're expanding production or plants need to be replaced. With annuals, field prep is simple and easy, little fancy equipment is required, and the plants have a fast life cycle. This makes for a quick reward and return on investment. Commercial, large-scale growers may want to export and sell at auctions. Small-scale farmers can sell to almost anyone, farmers markets, restaurants and wedding organizers, for example. However, as with any business there are some cons that need to be considered. One of the major issues with cut flower farming is the market saturation. To get around this, you should consider growing new varieties to compete better. Also, if you're considering selling your flowers at auctions, you can expect to receive less of a profit compared to direct selling. It is the nature of cut flowers to have a short shelf life, they therefore cannot be stored for prolonged periods. Maintaining the cold chain is therefore essential. Unsold stock can also not be kept for a long time and can result in considerable losses. With all things considered, starting a cut flower business is an exciting and daunting endeavor. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts on growing cut flowers for profit are, and if you have had your own success. Remember to download your copy of our ebook, the link to which can be found in the description below. See you all next time.